Go ahead, one more time. You got it? Is it rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Did y'all have those on set?
We had a fancy clapper.
Yeah, that's what I. Well, this is what we do for those of us that live in our world.
Okay.
All right, another edition of Riding Home. Dean, we're not in the car, unfortunately, but this is what it has.
Thank goodness. My lawyers would not allow it. Let's be clear.
It would smell too. Our friends at Bush's have gotten us all together. We're going to talk about the Dawgs.
Yes.
And we're also going to talk at some point here about your concoctions. We're competing today on every single level.
Every level.
When did you start? When did your, is it fair to call it a love affair with Georgia? When did you start becoming a Georgia fan?
I'm going to say I was circa 7 years old.
Okay.
So I'm from Atlanta, and I would spend weekends going to Athens.
Okay.
And this was, without dating myself, but precisely dating myself, this was circa the last time Georgia was, as successful as they are now. Right. So early 80s.
What's your earliest memory of going to those games?
Oh, man. Well, my big memory, because I don't remember what happened last week, let's be honest, but I had a, what do you call it, LP? Is that what you call records? An actual record, vinyl record. I had the Best of Larry Munson 1980 vinyl record that I would play to go to bed.
To go to bed?
Like in my room,
Gotcha.
like before I went to bed or whatever, when I was a kid. Yes.
Did it, so you emotionally connected with Georgia. Does it remind you of your childhood now?
Yes, for sure.
See, Jeff Foxworthy said this. He was trying to explain to me something. I said, Jeff, you're just describing your childhood, man. That's all this is.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite memory inside Sanford Stadium of when you were a kid, or a favorite moment all time there?
Wow. No, I loved sports so much, and during that time, the Braves weren't that great, and not a lot of people were going to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium.
I used to clean it up. It was
You
an
did?
adventure. Oh yeah, that's another story for another time.
Let me just tell you, you did not do a great job. Let me be very honest and clear about that. You did not do a great job of cleaning it up. And the Falcons were,
Falcons.
They were the Falcons, but it was also that, and rest its soul, Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. It was, but going into Sanford Stadium, between the hedges and just the sound of the crowd and the people, and just walking around campus, that was my first exposure to being on a college campus. Right. And the way that the tailgate kind of happens, dorm to dorm, frat to frat, camper to camper, parked along the roads. Those are probably my sweetest memories
of childhood.
Yeah, at least for sports. I want to give all due respect to my mom and dad.
Right.
But yeah.
And they were Georgia people or not?
Sure. No, they weren't. They were supported it.
How did that happen? Yeah.
We had good friends. We had good friends who had season tickets, and I became friends with them. And then the family is now, we're full on in. My wife married a Georgia alum, and my niece and nephew are huge.
How often
huge
do you
fans
get to go
now.
back?
Not that often, and now with the pandemic that happened, I was sort of brought back in to the program in a lot of ways with Josh Brooks. When Josh Brooks was hired, obviously Kirby was great. But I've been gone from the area for such a long time, and reestablished that real connection with the program really, 4 or 5 years ago.
So when Kirby came back, essentially, Josh came back in the fold in 18 or 17. He left for like a year and came right back.
Yeah,
and Kirby,
that's
of course,
right.
started in 16.
What did you think about Kirby's hire?
I thought it was great.
Yeah. So you knew that this program could get to this level the second they made the hire, or was it more of an optimistic?
Well, I had hope for sure. His record, meaning his accomplishments at Alabama with the defense. That was
the best.
It was the
frightening
best
to watch.
It was
when you were playing.
It was the best. Yeah,
it was.
And so I was very, very optimistic, and I also, and this is, I don't know, maybe a little nostalgia of me as well. That's nostalgia for those of you who don't know.
Well, I grew up in DeKalb County, so I don't know these big words, right?
Is that bringing back a Georgia guy. I liked it. I mean, especially not just as a courtesy hire, but someone who had accomplished so much that you feel like. I mean, I mean, not to get too overly political about college sports, but that is, I think, it's just so unfortunate because you don't have players for 10 years, right? I mean, that real face of the program becomes the coach, and when you feel like the coach is taking a job and then it's going to step somewhere else, and I think that also gave me hope. Like, I think he's going to be here. Like, if he's
not going to be at Georgia, I don't know.
He's going to be here for
I would be skeptical, personally, doing what we do for a living, of him going to Alabama, and that's what everybody's concerned about. I sort of see the look in your eye or the frown.
No, I don't. But I think he's.
I don't know why he'd go to the NFL. Why would you go to the NFL? For what? Kirby, you dealt with Kirby some, apparently, it sounds like. I mean, Kirby wants to be in control. Are you in control if you're the NFL? I don't think so, unless you're the owner.
Right.
He is totally in control. The wife, Mary Beth, went to Georgia. Kirby obviously went to Georgia. And the children are they're raising them in a 5 Points area. The parents are there every single day in Athens, after every single game. They're there. It is a family. It's not cliche if it's true. It is a family thing for him.
Right.
But what will happen in the future, we don't ever know.
Well, who knows?
Yeah.
But I think what I mean was when the hire was made, I was like, oh, here's someone who really conceivably could.
He understood Georgia too, I
Yes.
think, in a way that there's something to that.
That's right.
You follow recruiting at all? Do you see what he's doing on the recruiting trail?
I mean, I
bringing in all these
just
guys every
know
year?
he's kicking ass. I'm not.
Very much
Look,
so.
I got way. Oh, am I not allowed to say kicking ass?
We
I
cuss
feel like
in
I
a
can
very,
say kicking ass.
very modest way. We're
Kicking
not-
ass, I
That's
could say
pretty
on
truthful.
national television.
Well, this is, there's millions of people that watch this each week, okay?
Millions?
Upon millions.
Oh, okay.
No, this is not an NBC production.
I could say.
I don't know. You
kicking
can
ass.
see. I don't know if you can tell.
I could see kicking. I could say kicking ass on
Well, in
NBC.
season 1 and 2. I think.
Yeah.
Which of these kicks ass the most? Because I just tasted these. I'm not sure which I'm going with.
You don't know which one you're going with? Oh, we have
I
number
thought
one and
we
number
have
two.
one and two.
Okay.
I thought I was going with two. This is
I
from-
know the beans really well, not from the back of the can, so I'm going to
What
need
will
to turn them
the
around.
audience see?
Oh, yeah, no, I understand.
We don't do these
Pinto.
every day. We're usually in cars. You understand that, right?
Yes. Pinto, kidney. What do we have? We have pinto. We have sidekicks, and we've got the black beans. I'll be honest with you, my chili doesn't have black beans, so if one of these.
Really?
Oh, I shouldn't say that in case one of them does.
This is what when my wife is very serious about chili.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you know that right now.
Okay.
It's not. She grew up in South Carolina, and y'all hear me talk about my in-laws a lot. So a chili.
You seem frustrated when you started talking about your in-laws.
Do you have in-laws?
You're like,
Do you have in-laws?
yeah.
Okay. I don't think I need to say anymore.
I'm not furrowing my brow.
No, well,
Furrowing?
frowning. In South Carolina,
Okay.
alleged. According to them, a chili dog does not have a hot dog in it, which very much frustrates me. What is the dog part? So I want you to think about that when you're going to bed tonight. Back in the day, we could listen to Larry Munson when we were children. Now I got to worry about chili dogs.
Let
And
me,
they're
let me just say this with all due respect to your in-laws. A chili dog must have a dog.
Thank you.
Let's be very clear.
Thank you, but she's dead serious about chili. It is not a joke in our family.
Oh, she is.
Oh yeah, the chili has got to be right.
Does she have a recipe of her own?
Yes,
She does.
Yeah.
And is it good?
I found it very good actually.
Really?
It's chilly weather right now. So
It is.
It is definitely chili. It
She's
is
not
definitely-
goofing around with the chili.
She doesn't?
No,
Does
she's
she use
serious.
Bush's beans?
We use these specifically. Generally speaking, when we buy black beans,
So you don't use the chili beans.
No,
you
no, no.
use just black beans.
Well, they are a part of the chili. Okay.
Well, yeah,
Right.
obviously,
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah, that's all.
What else would?
Well, you also have the ground meat. This has got ground Let's see.
Does anyone understand what that means? Yes, I understand. Just a can of beans.
Oh,
is
no,
not
it's
the
not
chili.
that. No, of
What do
course not.
I
Mix
know
your-
that's what you said. It's not just this. Yeah.
No, it's not
Be a
just
bean
that. Not
chili.
this time. Not this time. Yeah.
Okay.
Chili bean.
But you don't use the Bush's chili beans.
I believe that she is very specific about these.
Just black beans.
Well, excuse me. You're right. I'm leading us astray. When we get black beans, they very specifically have to be these. And when she makes chili, they very specifically have these they have these black beans in them.
Okay.
There's a lot of B's here. Bush's black beans. I do not think I can say that 4 times.
Do you know what my full name is?
No.
Brian Baumgartner, right?
With a Bruce in the middle.
Can you say it
go.
twice?
Bush's black beans and Brian Bruce Baumgartner. That's a hell of a lot of beans.
That's a 5-star
Can
name.
I say hell on this program?
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Go ahead.
Here's the one thing, and you can take this back to your in-laws.
I can't
Okay.
either.
The in the chili sauce, the
Yes.
chili beans. Right. So there are pinto beans. Then there are Bush's, and Bush has pinto beans, by the way, but also in the chili sauce. And you don't strain it. You put it in sauce, beans, the whole thing, and it adds a tremendous amount of flavor. And I am
know.
not joking.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes. Pinto and kidney, I use both in mine.
my
Again,
daughter
I don't
loves
want to give.
kidney.
I don't want to give away.
These are the
recipes.
ones that she makes a particular dip with, and I cannot remember what it is. It's the beans are on the bottom with a mixture of.
Is it a bean dip?
It is a bean dip. They have 3 bean casserole. It's a whole thing, man.
Okay.
It's a big. This is a casserole society over there.
Okay.
But my dad loves these very specifically, by the way. But anyway,
Look.
they're good.
Bush's baked beans are very good.
good.
Not in chili. Okay.
Hey man,
We're
I
not
don't
gonna
make
put
the
baked beans
rules.
in
I
chili.
just say they're chili dogs.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And I love my wife.
Should we taste this?
I'm done.
I threw mine down when y'all are talking about the
So
beans.
I think you're a little concerned or apprehensive here.
Well, I want to make sure that I know which one is which.
Oh, the taste test. So do you
Okay.
think Georgia will win the national championship this year, knowing what we know today? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I do.
Why? As you ponder with the beans.
Why do I think that they're going to win the national
Yes.
championship? Because I think they're the best team. I mean, and actually that sounds like a joke, but that's
No,
really-
that's often what I say.
They're number one. Where were you when they won the national championship last year? Were you with friends? Were you in Indianapolis?
I was with friends. I had been traveling a lot and was going to go to the game, and I couldn't at the last minute. But actually, we had a huge gathering where I live, and it was actually really fun. Big room. I mean, there was probably 30, 40 guys.
Stressed?
Half Alabama, half Georgia.
Oh,
and
my
it was
God.
we had a great time. There were hands shooken at the end.
Were their hands thrown during the middle or beforehand?
I got a little agitated at one point. Yes. As Georgia started to pull away,
Oh.
there may have been some in-your-face type comments to the Alabama, because they're just so smug, those Alabama people. All right, let me taste the other
Let's
chili.
go. Okay, sorry, we keep
I
cutting.
needed a
you off.
palate cleanser, but okay.
Do you put hot sauce on chili when you get done with it, or should chili have a particular flavor and you don't need to add things?
No, well, I mean, it's all, if you're making it, you're always adding stuff.
Right.
It just depends on,
How much?
yeah, like you're adding stuff at the beginning or toward the end. Here, I will give you this trick for me personally.
Sure.
For me, pouring hot sauce on at the end, it doesn't combine in with the chili.
You got to do it during.
I feel like if you want spice, it's cayenne pepper.
See, that's what I do. But Jessica won't. My wife's Jessica. She's not about spice for too long. Like a little bit is okay.
A little kick.
A little bit.
Right, but you can just put a little bit. But I'm
I
saying
do
to
it
me,
post.
the cayenne. No, you can do
I
it.
do it post.
You can do it. Oh well, for yourself.
For myself.
Okay, that's fine. But I still think the cayenne combines in more. Whereas for me, when it's a hot sauce, I feel like I taste the chili and then there's the hot sauce. Like I don't feel like it's all together.
See, I cook a lot, as these guys know. And how long should it go for? chili? Like, you can't throw it together in 15 minutes.
Well, I think you can. I think the longer it cooks, the better.
The better it is.
Yeah.
We're switching.
You're
We're
switching.
switching
in?
for the
we're switching
finale.
around, yeah.
Are you?
He's
you
gonna
gonna
taste it as
I gotta
well.
I'm hungry. So.
Are you zoned in on which one you think is which here?
Well, I'm trying to decide which one is which.
How did you, and I know you get this a zillion times, but it did just pop in my head. How did you wind up on The Office? How did that happen? Is there a,
It just happened to pop into your head right now. The question.
No, he's been thinking about that all morning.
I have not been thinking about that all morning. Although when I worked out with the folks from Bush's, I did have a Dunder Mifflin shirt on, and I'm not joking when I say that. How does that happen?
The audition. Is that what you?
How did you get into this? How did you get onto stage acting?
Well,
Is it-
for real,
This
I
started at
went.
Westminster?
Yeah, as a hobby, and right before my senior year of high school, I decided this is what I wanted to do.
Really? Did your parents?
Yes.
What was the parents?
And partly why I didn't go to Georgia.
Okay.
Because that was really what my focus was.
How did you
And
know?
I went. Well, I was gonna say I just knew, but that's not true. I went to a program at Northwestern University.
Oh, okay, Chicago.
That exists only between your junior. It's for arts between your junior and senior year, and I went there and suddenly understood what art and theater was. I'm giving you like a real answer.
No, I get that because
and I was like, oh, this is not just a
thing.
thing. This is like real, and I became passionate about it. And so I went to. This is not about SMU, but I went to SMU in Dallas because at the time.
Oh, you went to SMU undergrad.
I went to SMU undergrad because at the time I believed, obviously I still do, but who knows, that it was the best conservatory training program for theater in the country. That was within a large university. Like I didn't want to go to Juilliard or just an art school. I wanted the university.
But you were dead
experience.
serious about it.
At that point. That's why I went.
Well, see, that's an awesome thing to know because I don't know how you easily get into acting, right? I mean, it's too late for all of us,
I'm
unfortunately.
taking an acting class next semester, actually.
Is that true?
Yeah,
Are
so-
you?
So, if
Where?
You have any tips, at Georgia.
At Georgia?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, intro to acting for
All
fun.
right.
Me and my buddies are doing it. I'm not kidding. This is not a joke.
All right.
What are your tips?
I can't teach you a semester worth of knowledge right now with 45 seconds. Like, are you passionate about it, or you just want to kind of fart around?
He wants to fart around.
Well, I don't know. I definitely want to fart around, but you never know. I could switch up.
You never know. Like, you might be discovered in your intro to acting class at the University
If
of
the right
Georgia.
person's watching, yeah.
They're not discovering.
No,
No.
they're not
They would have discovered you, bro.
So they-
You've been on camera for 3 years.
They would have found me by now. Yeah. So no tips then?
All right. What? Well,
Is
I
that
want
you
you to taste.
chili?
I want you to taste the chili.
Is this one yours?
Because
Which
we've
one-
got
I
to
don't-
make a decision.
you have to-
Do you know
you have
yet
to
what
decide.
you're going with?
I do.
I thought I knew, and I
I'll
think
make
I
my
know for
choice
sure
in
now.
a sec.
One more time? You got it?
I'm on 2 right now.
And you think, and while he wraps that up, you think they win because they're the best team and X. What is there another, or is it just
Well, at
Georgia's
this
best player?
moment, what we know about the teams that are going to be in,
Right.
I believe that they're the best team. I
Ohio
believe
State
they're
does
the-
not concern you.
Did
Michigan
you
does
see
not
the Mi-
concern you.
Did you see the Michigan
I
Ohio
did see
State
Michigan.
game?
Well, actually, we were covering the Tech game, but we
watched
saw
bits
the
and
score.
pieces.
Okay.
It was not impressive.
I'm going with 2.
Okay,
For
what'd you
me?
go with?
I'm going with 2 as well.
So I thought 2, and I went with 1. You went with Matt. Went with 1. All right. You went with 2. Dylan said he goes with 2. I don't know how this works, but our friends at Bush's are going to tell us which one it is. In a moment. So why do y'all think that? So TCU, you know SMU. SMU knows TCU well. Oh, does it flip straight over? That sounds like a British person.
Well, when was it for you this
Does
year?
it flip straight over? Does it flip straight over?
I was the only one that picked yours.
No, there was other ones.
Grandma Mac wins the taste challenge.
Grandma Mac?
I believe so. Am I doing this wrong? Oh no, 1 is I have 1.
We had 2. Everyone else had 1, or he had 1.
So we did not pick yours.
Matt and I.
No,
picked
and
yours.
I.
What does
you
that
know,
say?
You know what it? You know what it was?
Here we
I
go.
was trying to. Pick, I was trying to pick mine, and I didn't think that was
Thought about
mine.
it.
I
Thought
don't.
about
I
it.
didn't think that was mine. Come on, they're not
you
hot
thought 2 was
still. They're not. They're
It's
not.
full of
By the
sugar.
way, they were both delicious.
They were really good, I have to say.
Clearly, And I will say, I was just trying to pick.
Yours.
I was trying to pick mine.
If nothing else, we've learned two things today. Well, three
Yeah.
things today. We've learned that you're very confident that Georgia will win the national championship.
Yes.
We think that Granddad Max chili is better than yours.
Mm.
And that we know that a chili dog must have a hot dog.
It must have a hot dog, and it must have Bush's beans.
It must.
It must have Bush's
Thanks for
beans.
watching. We'll see you on the next edition of Riding Home. That is actually very helpful. I know you don't think it is.
That's gonna help us out
It
here.
does, because you have to.
No, but you have to show that.
You have to. Well,
Otherwise
I'll
that's
show it now.
Now.